Welcome to your reading, water signs. I wore the blue dress for you, right? Okay. Hopefully my throat chakra works better. Okay. So thank you so much for coming to your reading for December 6th through 12th. It's so nice to have you here. If you're new, welcome. And water signs are very special to my heart. My ascendant is Scorpio, which is my mask that I showed to the world. So when you first meet me, I think I'm a little dramatic, and then once you get to know me, you know I'm just an airy Gemini. Anyway, so if you enjoy the message today, and hopefully you will, you know, please subscribe and like and share with your friends. That would really be great. It's so wonderful to have this community growing on this channel, offering hope and healing to our community today. And it's such a great feeling to be growing and moving forward in this time where we really need extra encouragement. And that's really what I'm trying to be all about here, is encouraging you on your spiritual path. So I'd like to start with these cards here that are from a animal oracle deck with Colette Baron Reed. Okay, let's ask for divine guidance and protection here with the reading. Okay, water signs. So I don't know if I said this, but all of the decks that I have are listed in the description, so you can take a look at those. Okay, so Porcupine Spirit, time for a beginner mind. Oh, I love that one. And that's 12, which is a 3. Ooh, the 22 is a master number, so you want to look that up, because that will help you with a reading and have more inspiration from it. And even if you think you know what it means, look it up again, because kind of often the first thing that comes up in Google is the message that you're supposed to hear that day. So 22, the dragonfly, truth transcends illusion. And underneath the owl, you see clearly now. Okay. I love this owl message. You see clearly now. You know, in the dark, as the owl is flying around, it's a 7:43, 7. So as the owl is flying around, and it has all these things around it, that is, you know, it's able to see underneath it and everything. It has such a good ability to see at night. And then you could imagine when the moon is full and shining with that much light, you know, and then it's probably just as much as an owl can tolerate, you know, with their big eyes and their ability to see so well in the dark. And so I'm sure that the moon cycles affect them as well as, and then of course you water signs have a direct effect. So you may want to be looking this week for some indication of the moon and how the moon might be affecting you, especially Cancer, as well as Pisces and Scorpio. And so as the, you know, you can imagine the owl flying around, and maybe it sees a porcupine sleeping in the tree, and when you look at a porcupine you just think, oh, it's terrible, you know. And the beginner's mind is saying, you know, try to see things from a new perspective, you know, see the porcupine from a different perspective than you've seen them before, and look at things in your life differently than you have before. And it might be, you know, might be the astrology that for the first time you might see that, oh my goodness, I am happier when there's a, you know, the moon is in a certain cycle when there's a full moon and not a new moon, or you know what, or the opposite for you, whatever, or when it's pulling more or less on the earth. So because we are, you know, what, 80 or 90% water, and so, you know, all of our bodies are being affected by the gravity that's around us. And it also, you know, affects our physical nature, but all of those are connected, all of our etheric bodies. And so when I do my Reiki treatment, you know, learning to treat all of the bodies, the physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional bodies that are surrounding you. And so the dragonfly kind of comes flying through and says, you know, by visualization and looking at the beautiful things come into your life, and the more beauty you focus on, the more beauty you will see. And that's the truth. You know, the illusion that is, you know, just that, well, man, my life isn't good, but I wish it was better. But that's not really the wishing and the hoping that we're being called to do. What we're being called to do is that true visualization. And there's a book that I'm listening to right now that really having a huge impact on my life, is about cybernetics and changing of your thought pattern. It keeps talking about how, I mean, you are going to actually change, you know, the way you think, and that you've been hypnotized to think a certain way as a child and as an adult. I've heard things over and over and over again in such a way that you've been hypnotized. So maybe you were told over and over again, well, you're just always a little chubby compared to everyone else. And so you just think of yourself as a little chubby. Well, instead, you know, creating a visualization of exactly how you want your body to look and thinking of that every day, and, you know, watching your body into the shape that it wants to be. Or maybe, you know, looking at a certain dress and visualizing wearing that dress every day and dancing in it and wearing it to a party and wearing it to an event, you know, something that you right now couldn't wear. And that kind of visualization will lead the rest of your life. You follow your intuition, you live consciously, and it will lead you into that shape, into the things that you really want. You know, and it has a lot to, you know, had a lot to do with famous, you know, basketball players and sports players. They use a lot of visualization. And so I have, as I've thought about it, I've realized I visualize things, but only to a certain point. I don't finish the transaction in my mind. I don't, you know, finish actually wearing that dress and dancing. You know, so learning how to truly visualize, that's just one example. So when I'm thinking of truth transcends illusion, so instead of just an illusion, a true visualization. So this week, air, water signs, you're being called to have a new mind and a new way of looking at things. So I'll put in the description this book that I have been reading that I recommend. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot and what it will be, you know, pointing us toward. So I like to put Reiki energy in the deck, and it helps us to be directed and guided. The Ten of Swords. So for some of you this week, there's going to be some kind of a pain, a sorrow, a difficulty, a sadness. This particular card kind of illustrates where this one kind of bird lays its egg in some other bird's nest. It doesn't make its own nest. It goes around laying its eggs in other birds' nests. Talk about not having boundaries. And when its baby hatches, it kicks all of the other babies out of the nest. Do you see the baby down there? And it says, I want to be fed. And the mommy bird feeds it because it's in her nest. And she thinks, well, since my babies are on the ground and dead, it's because they weren't strong enough, you know, but this is the strong one. So it's a really sad, kind of like being tricked. So water signs, watch for trickery that'll bring sadness to your life this week. So there might be some kind of trickery that someone's trying to play on you. That's where this beginner's mind, you know, it's going to be so important. Looking at things from a new perspective, trying to see, you know, I wouldn't become paranoid, but there's definitely some people who, you know, it might have to do with your children in some ways. That, you know, either your child will try to be pulling something over on you, or someone will try to trick you in relationship to your child. Okay, let's see what other messages there are for us. The good thing about the Ten of Swords is coming to the end of a cycle. So you may have been going through a lot of pain and difficulty, and what it's saying is, you are coming to the end of that. There's a new cycle that's coming into your life, and you have come to the end, because 10 is also the 1. So it's the end and the beginning, and it's the circle. Okay, water signs, the Emperor. I got this Emperor as well earlier this week. So the Emperor comes to us, and he's just, you know, kind of full of this majesty and glory and beauty. And it could also be that something to do with someone older and who you consider stronger than you this week. You'll have to be watching for. You know, I also noticed the ram, the Aries ram, near all of these rocks and boulders, and it climbs so easily up the rocks. So I feel like you're going to face something this week that will be difficult for most people, but for you it's pretty easy. And take advantage of that, and go toward that thing that is a little bit more easy and generous for you. And there might be somebody in your life that's looking down on you and saying, you can't do it. That's not possible. You're not strong enough for that. And just to know that, yes, you are. You are. You do have the strength. And you have this owl, you know, another owl in the same reading. An owl coming to you and saying you do have clearer vision than you think that you have. So the card that fell on the floor is the 10 of Cups. So it's another 10. 10 of Swords, but 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is that beautiful. Let me see. It's actually the 9 of Cups. I'm sorry. The 9 of Cups. The two cards look so similar in this deck. The 9 of Cups, you know, is all about kind of coming into your own love, self-love, self-worth, and really experiencing that. The 9 is kind of that ultimate number, the last number in numerology. So, you know, I love what she says about, in the book, MJ Cullinane, 9 of Cups. The peacock can change its appearance dramatically just by opening up its feathers. And as a result, our perception of the bird as well. It instantly becomes more prominent, more vibrant, and more impressive to watch. The peacock's energy will help you show off your flashy side, that part of you that exudes passion and is self-assured. So it has to do with self-assurance, passion, direction, kind of a show-off. So again, I was saying there's going to be something that you can do easily that others can't do as well. and to kind of harness that and go toward that. And that's what this is saying too, is, you know yourself and know those things that you can put together and that will work for you, and that will make you that kind of flashy and great personality that you are. Okay, and then, it'll get mixed in. Watch, it'll come out again. Okay, ooh, the Hermit. Okay, so maybe meditation is what you're really good at. So here the spider is hiding away. He's okay with being alone. He's made a beautiful web. He has, he's out where he needs to be. This food is going to be coming by and he's ready for it. And so there may be some preparation and planning that you will do for yourself that will help you to succeed more this week. So this is going to be a really important week for you water signs, in that you need to keep your eyes open, pull on the owl's energy to help you. You might even do like a shaman type journey where you have an owl to guide you, to help you see more clearly things that are coming up in this week that you need to know about. All right, let's take a look at the Oracle deck, the Wellness. I'd like to pull one of those at the end for a message. I love Abraham Hicks stuff on YouTube. Just try to listen to at least one a day, and to, slowly we can change our minds and our hearts. Manifest more things into our life by visualizing. Oh my goodness, I spent an entire how long did I talk about visualization? By visualizing my desired outcome, that perfect action is always inspired. Okay, as you desire, that's your message. Visualizing, spending time. One thing that I love doing is helping people with their shaman journeys. So if you're interested in that, contact me. As you desire to feel good, lead you to thoughts that feel good, and the perfect action will be inspired from that alignment. So feeling good puts you in alignment, and that inspired action is always joyful. So as you feel good, it puts you in alignment for these actions and opportunities in your life, and those actions and opportunities in your life feel good. So it really has a great feedback. So you can imagine, as you imagine yourself, you visualize yourself doing these things, you enjoy it then. And then as you do it, you enjoy it again. And so you get to enjoy it multiple times. Okay, so I can go on forever. So we're going to go on to the extended and take a look at a chakra card for each one of the signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And so we'll pull a card for each one of you and look at the meaning from the book and the deck. So come on, the link is below to the extended video, and come on and join me over there.